Welcome to the Otaku Bubble Talk Show. And now your hosts, Aaron and Colin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, never has counting up been so much more hype than in Mob Psycho 100's opening.
Yeah. I love that opening so much.
Cause like psychedelic colors is like just awesome on like
Salt the Splash.
Salt the Splash.
I fucking love Reagan's special moves. He always has a new one whenever it goes back.
Fistful of salt. Fist. Yeah, it's so good. Welcome to the Otaku Bubble Talk Show. I'm your host Aaron.
I'm your other host Colin.
And we talk about Salt Splash.
We talk about counting to 100.
Yeah, okay. So, at the end of the last podcast, after we finished wrapping up recording, you showed me the first episode of Mob Psycho 100. And I was in, but I was like 100% in.
Yeah. So, we
watched about 2 more episodes?
Yeah, we got to episode 3.
Yeah, we got to episode 3. We got to Dimple, I think the character.
Dimple, yeah. And Mob actually getting to 100, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. It's just like so... It's very much the guy's style that he's built off of, like, One Punch Man and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's... Because, like, I feel like every time he creates a character, he likes to make fun of the idea of characters being overpowered.
Yeah, yeah.
In every piece of fiction that he does.
I do like that style.
I think the most interesting character is, as of where I am right now, because I'm not up to date.
Okay.
But, like, it's Ritsu.
Yeah, his brother, yeah.
Yeah, Ritsu's the best. Like,
Ritsu is, like, I don't want to, like, I'm trying to say in non-spoiler territory, but because the newest episode... It was the only episode the newest episode just dropped, which continues Ritsu's character development in this.
Yeah, so if you haven't, like, something happens to Ritsu at the end of episode 6.
And it makes him, like, much more a part of the story. And, like, as of episode 7, we got our blonde.
The thing that happens to, like, the guy with the pompadour in episode 6, that was, like, such a... All the jokes in Mob Psycho 100, like, they don't hit as hard as One Punch Man. They're more like, because One Punch Man, the punchline is always literally his punch.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time. Mm-hmm. Or stuff with, like, weaker characters doing, like, dumb shit. But yeah, I don't know, like, the punchlines are, the tone is a lot different, even though, like, the characters are the same, and you could almost feel like it's the same world.
I think its tone is a lot different because it focuses on its more high schooler setting. Like, and in itself, its 2 biggest characters of Mob and his brother Ritsu. Goddamn, forgot. Like, they're both.
His brother's an angsty guy who gets possessed by Xehanort.
So, shit.
I threw you off there.
No, you threw me off because what you just said leads in the next episode.
Okay, let's not talk about
okay, so like they're both just high schoolers in it, so it has the high school setting because it's Mob's whole thing is like his whole becoming popular and just teenage puberty thing, and Ritsu's whole thing is jealousy towards his brother. Mm-hmm. So it's more like I only watched 1 episode of Punch Man, but I can tell that's much more action focused.
Yeah, definitely. One Punch Man is all about the action. Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. There's, like, goofy shit, like, gotta get to the supermarket. And, I don't know. Whatever. Other things I did, speaking of psychedelic colors,
Suicide Squad?
Well, yeah, sure we can go there. Suicide Squad, fine.
No, go to the other one.
Let's handle this now.
Okay, because I just watched Suicide Squad.
Okay, you just watched Suicide Squad today?
That movie... I don't know. What are your thoughts? You go first.
It's okay. I call it a tonal Frankenstein, though.
What? Expand?
Okay,
expand,
you don't...
please?
Like, you can feel that it was reshot.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's scenes where you're not 100% sure, like, what the tone they're supposed to be going for is. Because, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the closest comparison that I can make.
Yeah.
Because
just a mob of strange people fighting
douchebags
together.
and douchebag superheroes.
Douchebags in space.
I was gonna say douchebags in space, but in Suicide Squad,
Suicide Squad's not in space.
They're on Earth or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So, what do you call it? No, it's just that you can tell that it was reshot, and they weren't 100% sure of the tone going into it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's really hijinksy and stuff. Like Harley Quinn, like smashing open a department store to grab like a little purse or whatever. That's very hijinksy. But other times it's like weirdly dark and that kind of thing with all the Will Smith stuff. Tonal Frankenstein.
Yeah. For me, it was an okay movie for me too. Like, I think you're right with like the strange tones going on.
Yeah.
Of just like they change it every so often. You're not quite sure what it was going for. Is this just like kind of like bad guys lunacies we going, or is it just like some giant conspiracy? Everybody's an asshole. And then we get like the feels arc in the bar, just like, okay, now we're all like good. And then you just have like at the very end, just like, nope, Joker's back. And I just so confused.
Everything was so ham-fisted. That's another thing too. Jared Leto's Joker, is like the example, the epitome of tonal Frankenstein.
I had no idea. Like, it kept changing every time he came back.
Exactly. Like, I'm not even sure. Like, Jared Leto's supposed to be a method actor. I'm not sure what he was working with.
Yeah, I think he was working with a very confusing script.
I think what ended up happening was he had a tone established, but when they were doing reshoots, they changed around with it. So like, yeah.
Now we're gonna do it this way.
And so I bet he didn't have even a clue like what was actually supposed to be going on.
Yeah.
In terms of the tone, and it felt like a lot of his scenes were chopped out. Mm-hmm. And apparently that is the case. Like,
that would make sense because
he's the least consequential to the plot.
Yeah. The thing is, he doesn't even have anything to do with the plot. He like comes in and dies by the characters, almost makes away with Harley Quinn, and then it just devolves back into the main plot line until he comes in at the end for no reason, and we're just, what was the point?
Also, okay, so the Suicide Squad, the whole point of them is that they're supposed to be the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Didn't get that feeling.
It didn't, no. They were just, it literally just looked like bad guys turning good. Like, it almost hit that tone of just like, no, they're actually the good guys, and the black woman's bad.
I mean, like...
Like, you even get the Army Marine that's just like, all of a sudden adjusting to their values, just like, fuck the government, like...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, there's that, and I'm not going to get into that. But what I was thinking of is, like, you know how Guardians of the Galaxy, they're morally ambiguous, but they're not straight up bad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, they're supposed to be straight up bad, and they felt like they were morally ambiguous.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with El Diablo being like, oh, I murdered my family, so, yeah.
My biggest problem with that was when... the biggest problem for like me and El Diablo was that bar scene when he just like says, yeah, I murdered a wife and children, and everybody just loses their shit. Just like, whoa, we kill men, we can't do it. But like, the original stuff is just like, they're just psychopaths.
Exactly.
Like, why is this a touching thing for them? They're crazy and they kill anyone. Like, they probably have killed women. Like, how has Harley Quinn not done that?
The closest comparison for Will Smith's character is his character's portrayal in Arrow.
Yeah.
Where that guy's just a straight up psychopath.
Yeah.
And Will Smith's like, no, I got family though.
Got family. Yo, I got my daughter, man. I won't shoot Batman because of my daughter.
Also, like, okay, so going into the movie, the tone felt like goofy hijink shenanigans.
Yeah.
And then it didn't turn out to be that or whatever.
No.
The Enchantress. Everything to do with the Enchantress, you felt like going into the trailers that she was on the same side as them. But then when it turns out what the actual core plot is, which is spoilers, she's the villain.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just felt a little weird.
It
to say the
was.
least.
You're putting magic in a DC, which DC doesn't usually do. Like they're much more grounded than Marvel is.
Fair enough, but I think that's also due to Marvel having like 6 bajillion movies, whereas DC's had 2
Two.
or 3.
Yeah.
I guess Man of Steel counts.
And they were all meh.
Also, the weird. Okay, I've said this before, but like in terms of Batman versus Superman, and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
In a universe where Batman is able to kill his villains, the Suicide Squad should not exist.
Yeah.
And a similar thing here happens in Suicide Squad. Where
That was so dumb. I'm just like the whole like them calling Batman to reel them in. All these baddies. There was just like Batman's doing reeling there. It was like nice.
But, like,
nice,
similar thing is in a universe where Batman and Superman and Superman's dead, the Flash and like all these characters are around. You decide to go with the bad guys.
Yeah.
Who are morally ambiguous and may or may not turn on you.
Suicide Squad.
Fuck. It's just so dumb.
It's just the movie's just not straightforward with what it wanted to be.
Like if you pick more morally ambiguous DC characters, like maybe you could keep the version of Deadshot if you picked like Deathstroke / Slade Wilson.
Yes.
Or like any of the other more
just any characters that made a little more sense that they weren't totally bad.
Not Harley Quinn, who's like batshit
crazy.
Joker, who's also batshit insane.
Well, to be fair, Joker was pretty just batshit crazy in the movie.
I get. Well, I mean, you couldn't really tell what he was supposed to do. But like Killer Croc, not Killer Croc. Like just characters that make sense for this kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of psychedelic colors, as I was gonna
wait, but before we go,
okay,
we have to admit that whole climatic ending of tossing in a bomb and that exploding, shutting down magic made 0 sense.
Okay, not to mention the fact that Harley Quinn has to toss Deadshot the gun.
Yeah, she does this.
As
like you gotta shoot it.
No, as he's got a gun strapped to his wrist that he could easily fall.
True. That just end climatic scene made no sense whatsoever. Explosion stops that explosion.
Fuck yeah. Whatever.
Okay, alright, moving on to other psychedelics.
Mori, Ocho Radio. So, I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is well known and documented. I've not watched any of the anime for the most part.
Okay.
So, I realized this weekend, just because I was bored, like on Friday, I realized that even though I like Battle Tendency and I like I watched the first season of Thing, but Stardust Crusaders is such a long arc, which is part 3 of JoJo, that I didn't feel like going through it again, so I just skipped right to part 4. Even though Stardust Crusader, everyone knows the memes. Oh my god, the Za world. Part 4, Part 2, Part 5 are my favorite parts of JoJo. And ironically, I think those are the ones that people despise the most. Because everyone's like, okay, Part 3. Everyone puts Part 3 on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And everyone likes Part 1 because that's the origin point.
Yeah.
I don't really get a feel for Part 6, Part 7, or Part 8, so I couldn't really tell you. But no, I started Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. And the reason why I like Diamond is Unbreakable, because in Diamond is Unbreakable, you've got your main plot, air quotes, but there's so much build up to it, where it's like, oh, we've got the arrow and all that kind of stuff. It feels a lot more fragmented in a sense. I can't really, because there's different arcs. There's different arcs to JoJo, and not really JoJo, but Diamond is Unbreakable. You've got the whole thing with the arrow. You've got meeting certain characters and building up the party.
Yeah.
And then you get to the real plot, I guess, if that makes any sense, which is there's a mysterious killer in town, that kind of thing. Part 4 Persona 4 is largely inspired by Diamond is Unbreakable. And you kind of get the feeling of that watching this.
I can see it.
They add a couple of interesting scenes to Diamond is Unbreakable that were not in the manga, such as
anime usually does.
No, but they do it really good.
Okay.
Where the first
That's not how anime usually does.
where the first scene in the part 4 anime is huge foreshadowing.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I don't know how to describe it, but good camera direction, if that makes any sense. Where the
Just
way
good shots.
the way they do
Camera
it, it's like
angles.
they're focusing on one thing, and if you know part 4, you know what's actually going on.
Okay.
And then the camera pulls out to see some fucked up shit. It's so good. So I got up to date with part 4 in the anime, so that means we're actually at the plot now. Because like there's the dumb shenanigans, like, okay, we gotta get the lottery ticket. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe this any better, but so basically there's a character whose ability, and this is the most recent arc, his ability is he's got like a bunch of he's bad company basically. Only he's bad company without the guns. So basically all his stand does is grab things, and it's called Harvest.
Okay.
But so yeah, he goes around collecting spare change or whatever.
Yeah.
And Josuke, who's like the part 4 main character, and Okuyasu are like, oh, we can use this guy to our advantage.
Okay.
And so they start like doing things like, they picking up coupons and that kind of stuff, like out of the trash that people have thrown away.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff. And so like they get into arguments over whose stand did more in terms of the thieving scumbag tactics and that kind of stuff. One of my favorite characters in part 4 is Josuke, obviously, because he's like the main character, and he's like such a goofy character, if that makes any sense. Because like Jotaro, who's the part 3 main character, he's like dead serious 90% of the time. Jonathan's dead serious. My favorite JoJo characters are like the goofy
shenanigans.
Yeah, so like Joseph in part 2, where he's like, your next line is, and then every character says the next line, and then you get like the automatopoeia going, oh my god. And then even Joseph in part 3 carries that over with like the oh my god shenanigans.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. No, so I know you're never going to get into JoJo, so I'm just going to keep talking.
Keep going.
So there's a character named Yukako, and she is like one of the earliest instances of yandere in fiction ever.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil any more of that, but her stand is just awesome, and like getting to that in like animated form, just the animation in part like this adaptation is really good. Like it's top notch. I mean,
who's the studio that does
it's
now?
David Production, which is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Japan, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah.
So they have good animation connections, yeah.
Not only that, but literally the only thing David Production does is JoJo.
So he knows it.
Yeah, it's just forward, backward. They know JoJo.
All right.
And it's always cool to see, like, because it's owned by Warner Brothers Japan, they literally have the suite of any Warner Brothers song they can use as the ending credits theme. So, like, you know, Roundabout is the part 1 ending theme.
Yeah.
Part 4 is... Anyway, yeah, so...
all of the memes. All right.
Part 4's ending theme is, what's it? I Want You by Savage Garden, which is like 90s music.
Want you.
Not that I Want You.
Teddy Lloyd. All right.
Yeah, and other interesting things include stuff like, because this is... We can't get the license... Well, not really the license, but we're not going to go through the legal bullshit to go with the actual stand names.
All right.
So... here's my stand, Shining Diamond. And the katakana under it says, Crazy Diamond. Look at my stand, Bad Company. And he's got Bad Company written all over his shirt. Yeah. Subtitles read, Worst Company. So we just got to like the main villain's stand.
Okay.
Which is named after Killer Queen, as in the Queen song. Reads Deadly Queen. So really good. I mean, if you're into JoJo, you're already in. So I mean, there's no convincing.
You're in for a long run.
in other things, there was a PlayStation sale this weekend, and so I finally got around to Wild Arms 3.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. Like it's just
really good.
like the thing with Wild Arms is that there's a difficulty curve. Like even it's a 90s thing, but
Okay.
there's a difficulty curve, like because there's like weird puzzle segments to it and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of, I haven't gotten to any of that, but like going in, okay, there's gonna be some bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. Interesting thing with Wild Arms 3 is I didn't know, like, in comparison to the other ones, because like Wild Arms 1 is just a straight up JRPG. Wild Arms 5 is like this weird mix of strategy and regular RPG.
Yeah.
Wild Arms 3 has 3 different protagonists that you get to select at the beginning, because Guardians of the Galaxy style, they all collide into each other at the first 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And you can follow one of them or that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just cool. Like JRPG combat is the same. The only real difference is that, like in Wild Arms, you've got the whole gun aspect to it. Other than that, I think that's my week. So your turn.
All right. Oh, I've been yawning a bit because I fucking stayed up way too late today. I like almost hitting like the 2:30 a.m. fucking mark, and I had to get up at 9. So like hitting like almost 6 hours there, but just not enough. And the problem was I fucking fell into the one more episode trap. I was watching Noragami Arigato,
Alright, so
which
that's
is the second season of Noragami. So I've been meaning to, because it's already done.
Yeah.
I just haven't watched it because I read the manga, and I'm not caught up just because I stopped reading them, like keeping up with the manga a while ago, like most of my mangas. But I just wanted to watch this because I was like, oh, okay, I did read the manga, but I still want to see it in anime form. It's only 12 episodes, and we're not gonna get another Noragami anime for a long time because this second season practically catches up to almost where I am. Like, give 10 chapters, I think.
Okay.
So give 3 episodes. And
so it's a High School of the Dead situation or an Attack on Titan situation.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's just not enough content.
Yeah, but the thing is, it did it wasn't even expecting a second season. It got it so quickly because the first season did so well in Japan.
Oh, was it a surprise hit?
Yes, this was one of those things that's
they didn't expect it to do good.
Yeah, it's kind of like No Game No Life, where it's
right.
It's a sleeper anime that's just oh yeah, this is a show, but then it does really well, and they're like, oh wow. But then this one actually.
Well, that was the JoJo scenario back in 2012, where it's oh, Phantom Blood got animated, girls start splooshing everywhere, figures are sold, poses are being done.
Yeah. I do like that. Noragami has one of the most likable MCs for a general audience, because I'm saying likable general MC for guys, because I know some guys probably won't like Yato. Just I think he's really likable because he's not the angsty kid serious about anything stereotype. He's literally the complete opposite of just happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
And his kind of dark history past is played underplayed a lot.
Yeah.
It's really underplayed.
So he's Naruto then.
Essentially, because just like Naruto, his dark side only comes up when it's relevant to the plot.
Right.
And the most important thing about it is, unlike Naruto, where his dark history kind of continues with him as he gets the Nine Tails form, Yato's dark history is already gone and done with.
Okay.
It's not a continuing thing. He has members, other members that continue and try to bring him back to his past. But as for himself, he doesn't go down that path anymore. It's just an end to him. But the other characters still try to come and affect him. And that's the main story of season 2. Season 2 is regarded as better to the first season, because the first season was shenanigans. You've watched the first season.
Yeah,
it's pretty
it's set up. It's set up.
Yeah, Just
we need to get to Ballad of the Fallen Angels.
yeah. So then you get the second season, which takes like a much more serious tone. It opens the world a lot more and shows a lot more of the other important characters like Bishamon, who's the kind of main rival of the series.
Bishamon as in like the Buddhist god?
Yes, the war god.
Yeah.
So
I know that just basically because of like just actual reasons, not like anime reasons.
Yeah. So she gets a nice, great arc in it, and
wait, it's a girl now. The war god's a girl.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like old Japanese.
No, it's a girl. It's this blonde girl, and she's like the god of war. And if you haven't seen the second season, I urge you to watch it just for Bishamon's arc, because she's a very interesting character that has a very interesting history in it, because it sort of takes on One Punch Man's way of doing things, where Yato at this point, he's done his character development. His dark history is already done, and in the season 1, they've kind of fiddled with it, and season 2, it's just slowly fiddling with it, but it's mainly not a focus. So instead, it's more about the other characters shining and the other characters going through their developments, while Yato just kind of happens to move along and help solve them with it.
Right.
He's not a main like effect of it. He doesn't like fix it himself. He's
not the driving force.
He's not. Yeah, there you go. He's not the driving force. He just becomes a part of it, and kind of like urges, like is kind of just like a bit of like a push that eventually, once everything's solved, then the other characters are like, okay, now I need to like do it myself. Thanks for like the help. The animation is, I think, okay, but it's not like super star amazing, but it's not bad. It's a decent animation that can keep up when it needs to be.
Well, who's the studio? Is it?
I totally forget. Let me check.
It's not Shaft, is it? For some reason, I thought it was Shaft.
I know it's nobody big that I know.
Whatever.
I'm gonna just check just because we're on it.
No, I can stall. Don't worry.
Okay, so it's for the music, it still uses the music from
Taku Iwasaki.
Yep. Let's see. Sorry, I have to look this up. Okay, it's Bones.
It is Bones.
It is Bones, but this is not high top level Bones. This is like
okay. What's high top level Bones?
Mob Psycho 100, like very dedicated to the style. Well, like really, they have really high FPS, like in Mob Psycho 100.
Because I always think of high tier Bones being like FMA and FFA Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Or like Eureka 7.
Noragami kind of gets the short end of the stick on this.
Okay.
I think just because they were probably focusing on bigger projects. This is just a 12 episode series. Sorry, I was going with music. Music's so good. They use some one really highlighting track is, again, talking about Bishamon's fight music with Yato. It's really good. I'm probably gonna go find it eventually on YouTube.
How much Lotus Juice is there in the second season? This is what really
They bring it back.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
What was the main point I wanted to come? Voice acting. Okay, so you know how we talked to you about like Matsuoka?
Oh fuck! I need to talk about Mob Psycho's voice acting.
Okay, so he had the.
Hold on. Well, do you first, then I will talk.
Okay. I'll just tell. So Aaron had the opposite kind of like outlook on Matsuoka's voice acting in Mob Psycho. I thought it was just out of place. It wasn't well done. It wasn't completely crap. I just thought they could have found someone better for this.
Okay, so here's my perspective. When he's talking normally, fine.
Yes, it's fine.
It's when he hasn't figured out like doing the gravelly he goes into gravelly anime voice when he's fighting.
Yes.
That's just it. And
Yeah.
like that's the only real gripe.
Okay.
Because I really like when he does his high pitched stuff. Like when I've said like
In
a
that
billion
case,
times.
Dad Matchy.
No,
That's what
okay.
he does.
No, not Dan Machi, but like I've said it a bajillion times. Yukiya and Code Geass.
Okay.
That's like his standout role for me. That's
Yeah.
like top tier.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, continue with Norigami's voice acting.
Okay,
That was just
so-
me getting like I just remembered.
So this is like also continuing on my beloved Yuki Kaji. I completely forgot that Yuki Kaji voiced Yukine in it. He was like a small kid, like at the age of like 10.
You should watch JoJo Part 4.
You told me, yes, really good. But like, I just look at it and I completely forgot it was Yuki Kaji because he does a really good job of not sounding like Yuki Kaji as Yukine. So I'm like thinking back to Mob Psycho. I'm like, this is what Matsuoka needs to become in order to like kind of gain my respect as a voice actor of ranges with
Yeah.
it. Yuki Kaji's like as Yukine just sounds so convincing that he's like not Yuki Kaji.
Yuki Kaji's really good, and yeah, I think he's now getting like shit tons of work.
Yeah.
Like he's everywhere. Like
Amen to that.
like he's in JoJo, he's in Attack on Titan, he's in this.
He's getting a lot more mainstream anime roles,
Yeah.
popular stuff.
Also, he plays Best Yandere in freaking One Punch Man.
Yeah, you still have to show me that. I need to look that up. But others I was confused by was Hiyori's voice acting.
Who's the voice actor on that?
Uchida Maya.
Oh shit! Maya Uchida.
Maya Uchida.
Okay.
I'm just butchering that.
Well, whatever. It's all good.
I'm kind of 50-50 because I thought I liked it from the first season. Ugh. From the first season, I just didn't remember any qualms I had with the voice acting. Just thought I liked it. Then I'm coming back to this. I'm like, did Maya Uchida always sound like this as Yuri? Because this just sounds kind of weird. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think she probably. Maybe it's just not the suitable role.
What kind of role is she playing? Because she normally plays like either Ojo-samas or like Ditzies.
She's neither. She's sort of ditzy in this, but she's
Think Yukari Tamura roles?
like
It's similar to that.
it's the problem with is that her character Hiyori is a very blank slate character. She's
Yandere? Or...
she's sort of a Jo-sama to Yado, where she's just like help with your feelings and kind of like the love interest of it. But the thing is, she doesn't play towards any archetype. Like the reason why I like Hiyori as a character is that you cannot identify her as a specific archetype. She's
But
back and forth.
here's the problem: is you're saying she's back and forth with archetypes, but does she actually get a character of her own, or is she just back and forth with her archetypes?
That's that's the problem. The thing is that she doesn't really develop her own character, and that's one of the issues in the manga. Hiyori is just such this backseat character that does get development, but it's like short bursts. It's with other characters, and even when she gets this like crazy thing, like this is sort of spoilers, like issue with she gets her parents get in trouble, and that's a big arc that focuses on her. Like she doesn't really get anything out of it. She's just such a iffy character that doesn't
Things happen around her. She doesn't react.
She doesn't get enough development of herself. So that's why I think the voice acting is hard for her because she's not a specific type.
Okay.
And yeah. Besides that, now that I've talked a shit ton about Origami, I also watched Star Trek Beyond.
So, on like 3 bajillion podcasts ago, or not that long, but like 3 podcasts ago, I trolled Ji-sang pretty hard
Yeah.
by going, so I watched the new live-action Macross movie, and Ji-sang was like, oh, there's a live-action Macross movie? And it's like, yeah, it's called Star Trek. Yeah, so how do you feel about the live-action Macross movie?
I feel like it was trying to go it was trying to be Star Trek, and then it didn't go Star Trek.
Okay, place it in relative comparison to like the alternate timeline movies, like all three of them.
Oh,
Because I have a personal placement of it.
I don't even. I'm struggling to remember.
Because there's Star Trek 2009, which is like the Romulans. Oh,
Yeah, the Romulan.
And
Yeah,
Into
Romulan
Darkness.
space travel. Okay, I think the first movie is second. I think I'd put Beyond at the bottom.
okay.
Honestly.
You put Beyond at the bottom.
And I'd be like 50-50 on the first two. I'm not quite sure. Maybe the first gets a little edge on it because I like the plot of the first one better than I did in the others.
Because like this new alternate universe has like a different feel. I guess. Here's the thing, though.
You like Beyond?
First movie, Beyond Into Darkness. I do not like Into Darkness.
Okay.
Like, Into Darkness is one of those movies where it felt like betrayal of characters, but we're trying to do the same thing all over again. The movie.
I could probably agree with you on that if I went back and watched Into Darkness. Yeah, this might be a point because I remember more of what happened in the first one than the second one. I don't remember what happened in
Into Darkness is like a slog.
Yeah. So
oh, why don't you Vulcan nerf? Fuck.
did you talk about Beyond? Like,
yeah,
your thoughts about it?
I talked about
Okay,
Beyond.
because
we can go into it. We can go into it because like neither of them had actually watched it.
Okay, so I liked because one of the first things that I think people were like having issues with was just like the trailers that just showed off like all the ground and rock stuff, and we're like, oh, this isn't a good trailer. Where the hell is this?
I think the way the trailers were cut was similar to like an action movie as opposed to a Star Trek movie.
Yes, it's just after, and they just take shots.
Granted, Into Darkness suffers from the same thing, but Into Darkness is edgy.
Like, I didn't mind the ground because I think people wanted more space because like that's what Star Trek is about. It's a lot of just interpersonal connections in space, like lots of like, hey, talking on the ship and then going onto the ground and coming back on the ship and arguing.
I felt like there's good world building in this movie.
And Beyond?
In Beyond. Like, you got a real feel of what it was like before like the Earth Federation like got together, or that and that.
I can see that, yeah.
And like you got a feel of like what life was like before. Like, for example, like just small things like the girl, like what was his name, Scotty, going, "Oh, this is classic music," and they're playing metal.
That entire it is totally a love it or hate it of the entire scene when they're playing the rock music as they burn all the enemy ships riding the surf wave.
Well, that's why I said it's the Macross movie. It's because like freaking music solves everything.
Yeah, that was just. I could totally see some people just hating the shit out. That was great.
No, but yeah, exactly.
I love that.
I love stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So that was like
play rock music while you're killing your enemies. Great as shit.
That's a part of Suicide Squad's presentation that I genuinely liked. Was like, it got tired out like this in like the second act where they kept doing it.
Yeah.
But like when you get the Suicide Squad gang assembled all together and you get Seven Nation Army in the background.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
But I didn't actually mind going like the whole being on the ground and solving stuff because that's essentially what a large part of original Star Trek is. It's going on the ground, them scanning shit and finding alien life forms.
Yeah, because here's the thing: like the first two movies have a very much a Earth's in trouble, gotta save the Earth feel to it. Whereas this movie feels more like
exploration.
Yeah, like the
actual
whole
story.
Space the Final Frontier monologue makes a lot more sense in this movie.
Yeah,
than it does in the other two.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm trying to think other points in it. Oh yeah, I think it was probably just length issues that did this to it, but there's a lot of large cuts of just basically no travel time. There is no sense of time it took to travel anywhere in it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It was just, now we're here. Oh, now we're like the whole fighting in the base at the very beginning. They're just all of a sudden there. He's just riding his bike inside of it all of a sudden. And there's like no preparation for it. They're just, okay, now we're in. Everybody, we're already in. Take everybody out. And then once they're all out, there's just no conclusion. Now we're on the ship and we're out.
Yeah, I felt like, but I think that was more like plot contrivances of like, oh, the ship's already basically built and all together.
We gotta go. I just maybe think they could have spent more time on the planet.
How did you feel about the villain? And I'm gonna be very non-specific with this.
Okay.
How did you feel about Idris Elba's character?
How did he turn human in the end?
Okay, straight spoilers.
Sorry, there's just, how did he turn human in the end?
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's all good. I mean, yeah. So that was like a problem for me. Like, I didn't really feel it as much at getting out of the theater, but upon further reflection, yeah, that whole thing, even though I admire the world building, that whole Idris Elba thing was kind of weird at the end.
I think I would have liked to see more of the torture chamber stuff, of just him getting, less spoilers, of his whole torture chamber thing.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Because they only showed one scene of that. And I was like, oh, okay, are we going to get more them getting the people out of there? Or are we just going to
No exposition though.
Yeah.
We just need to explain to the audience.
Yeah, just
what it is. Don't show it to them.
Yeah. It was just tell, don't show. And
great filmmaking, exposition. That's why Gundam's so great.
Yeah. So, I think what's the same is there was definitely world building, but I think just for the reasons of the plot, they had to move things along. I did like the whole space station. I love the just shots of the Enterprise going in under the city.
Yeah.
And all the shots of just people living there, and all the you can seriously get some seizures from all the rotation in that movie.
Yeah, because world building, the whole thing where cities are upside down and that kind of shit. That
I was like, yo, this is Gundam colonies right here.
Yeah, but that got me so hard.
I love that.
Just that's good. Show don't tell stuff.
What do you think of that time lapse at the end of rebuilding Enterprise? I think that was great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Pretty good animation. So in all, I may say it's at the bottom, but that's just because I don't remember Into Darkness.
Which says a lot about Into Darkness' quality.
But I will say, I think the first is the strongest one. Beyond is not a bad movie. I don't think it's undeserving of that.
Yeah.
Would I recommend you to watch it? If you watch the other Star Treks, yes, just go do this. You're missing out if you already watched this. But if you haven't started this Star Trek series, I don't think
because it's so
this
totally
movie,
different from all the new generation.
Yeah, I don't think aiming to get to this movie is worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so are we gonna move on to the news?
Yeah. So let's cut the break, and we'll be right back.
Settle transition.
Hold on. Say that again.
The best shot of the movie was when they first encounter the aliens and they start swarming towards them, and then Deadshot just jumps on the car, puts one knee down, has his pistol.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. For some reason I was picturing a moving car. So I didn't. You mean the alley fight where like and then Deadshot slowly moving forward and he's like just doing Dante Devil May Cry combos. Yeah, that's so cool. I guess we're back.
Hey, talk about cool stuff.
All right, so let's start with the cool stuff.
All right. What do we got first?
So Gamescom was this weekend. I mean, this last week.
And I didn't see any of it.
All right, so there's a couple of interesting tidbits. Let's start with the most interesting thing. Metal Gear Survive.
Welcome to Zombies Now, boys.
So Hideo Kojima left Konami for good reason last year.
This is just like a kind of punch in the gut. Like, not to Kojima, but like just to the company. Because this is where they're going now. This is where they're going to.
I don't remember who said it, but I remember some journalist being like, Metal Gear Survive is like an ex-girlfriend trying to prove that they're fine without you.
That is so right.
Yeah. So that is
exactly
what Metal Gear Survive is. Metal Gear Survive is built off of the Fox engine in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And it's basically at the end of Metal Gear Solid 5, what if scenario, what if all the survivors of the Diamond Dogs end up in an alternate timeline?
And there's zombies. Oh. I mean, like, unless we're fighting zombies with Metal Gears, I'm not in.
And there's like a stupid Eye of Sauron in the sky.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus.
Fuck, man! Like, okay, you could do
anything but this!
Like, I mean, sure, like, you don't like Kojima, that's fine, whatever. I mean, it's not fine, but whatever. But, like, if you want to prove you're better without him, don't come up with the most generic bland-ass shit. Like, you could announce Revengeance 2. You could announce another Zone of the Enders. You could announce...
Because that's better.
You could announce, I don't know, fucking Sweet Conan 6. Those are, like, all a bunch of good ways where you can...
go about it, but no.
You come up with the most generic... Like, co-op Fuck!
Co-op zombies, man!
Alright, we're moving...
Totally revolutionary!
We are moving right the fuck along. That's
Final Fantasy 15.
So, yeah, we got hit with the delay, whatever. They showed off...
How does it look?
They showed off, like, 50 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
I mean, it looks pretty good. We're getting more of a feel of the world. I think the most interesting thing is, and it kind of sucks because you know she's gonna get underplayed, is Ignis has an emoto, and so like there's a whole dating sim sequence.
Yeah.
And you know that freaking Noctis has to get together with Blonde Chick. So I mean, her being there means nothing. She's the trash waifu.
God damn it! Where's we need to?
And she's like the best. Like she's more in like the 5 minutes of gameplay we've seen with her. She's infinitely more interesting than
the generic blonde chick. All right.
Than generic blonde Hime-sama. But yeah, and like there's like side quests where like you're doing jobs and like running hot dog stands.
You get a side quest to escort the moto.
No, literally that's what the side quest is.
Oh, yeah.
It's and then she's like, oh, it's almost like we're on a date, and then Anax is like, whatever.
Just all the fans like, fuck.
Like it's when you're.
It's just when you realize that your waifu isn't gonna be the one picked.
It's like when you're around and you're around like the small Risei fan base in the face of the Naruto bandwagon. Like, your wife was trash into the garbage with you.
You mean get hit by a giant silhouette of an object into the ocean, quality of code style?
Yep. So we're just talking about zombies. So COD zombies in space.
Well, they've already done that, like literally. So.
Well, I mean, it's not actual space. Spoilers. It's an amusement park.
They've already done. Have they done an amusement park?
I feel like they have.
I feel like they might have, of sorts, in Black Ops 2 because they have a lot of weird maps in Black Ops 2.
played all Black Ops 2 maps. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they didn't.
Alright.
Because I remember
I don't think it's...
there's Die Rise, there's the main bus one. There's
sorry, not Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3?
Do they have
I don't know.
anything of sorts in the amusement park? Just the first
My
one.
brother bought the season pass. He hasn't touched Black Ops 3 in like years.
Because if I remember, like the first map just gives a sort of amusement parky feel. Anyways, moving on.
No, I just want to say that hold on. I'm gonna pull this up in a second.
Is this literal? Are they like? Oh, you know why? It's just because I'm thinking of like Dead Rising, because that entire thing is just.
Oh yeah, it's very Dead Rising-esque. You're
Yeah.
totally 100% right. I'm just pulling this up in a second. The cast that they have for COD Zombies in Spaceland,
Yeah.
like, it's a AAA cast. I don't know how to
Oh
say.
yeah.
Voiced by Paul Rubens. Okay, we've got Seth Green, Paul Rubens, Jay Farrow, and Sashir Zamata. I don't know who Sashir Zamata is,
What are the
but
characters?
freaking Seth Green is of course known for Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Jay Farrow's an SNL guy, so Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rubens sounds familiar. I can't recall what.
Oh,
he's
so
been.
they actually just like those
Yeah.
characters in the game.
Yeah, just actors in the game.
Alright.
Like they did that with what's it called? I believe Black Ops 1 did that with one of their DLC maps, where I remember Danny Trejo
Oh yes.
and George A. Romero
Yeah.
being a boss
George
character.
Romero was part of the Ice one. I love those cameos they have in the zombies. Like just the original like 5-1 of like Washington of having all the presidents.
No, it was like Fidel Castro, Richard Nixon, JFK, and someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Alright, moving right the fuck along.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
I like. See, this is what we're talking about when we say we want campaigns for a game, because like the announcement of a campaign in Titanfall 2 was just like such a mind blow and just all of a sudden made it way more interesting.
Okay, here's how I felt about it. Going right into E3 was I'm pissed that having a campaign is a feature now.
That is really dumb, yes.
Because like Titanfall 1 there was nothing.
Yeah.
And they're acting like it's a big fucking deal. It's a This should have been in second one.
Come on, guys. Like, we've already gotten to the fact that like DLCs and season passes are bullshit, and we're just
No, yeah. This is the evolution. Like you're cutting things out.
they're slowly taking things out and adding them as features. Like, oh boy.
What our society has come to.
At least they're not making us pay extra for the single player campaign.
Yeah. That being said, Titanfall 2's gameplay looks freaking sick.
It looks good.
Like I love how now grappling hooks are the new. Like this has been the generation of grappling hooks
yeah.
and movement mechanics.
Yeah.
Because like ever since Dark Souls came out, everyone's like, okay, we need to think of cooler ways to do movement. Okay, we got grappling hooks, check. We got dashes, check. We got
wall riding, check.
Check.
All
right. So
I like the story of it. It's a very just the like robot and the guy.
Yeah, robot. It's a boy and his blob or whatever.
Yeah, boy and his dog, boy and his blob.
What do you call it?
So
Moving on. How do you feel about Scalebound?
oh, I haven't seen too much. I'm not very interested in Scalebound, but I heard it's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's Hideki Kamiya, so I mean, it's gonna be good. His pedigree. I was talking with this about a friend where he's like, "Oh, Platinum Games sucks." I'm like, "Fuck you! You know exactly who I'm talking about."
Yeah.
It's a leash, and
It's a leash.
and he's like, "Yo, Platinum Games sucks." Legend of Korra, la la la. The thing is, Platinum Games only sucks when they're not given a budget and when they're not given a good story.
Yeah.
Because like Legend of Korry's story. Legend of Korry.
Legend of Korry in the house. Best anime.
Korry Taihen.
I missed. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, moving along.
Alright, so Injustice 2. We got Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Obviously riding...
Obviously because of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly. Riding hot in the heels of Suicide Squad.
Harley Quinn was... I think even without Suicide Squad, they would have put Harley Quinn in.
Yeah.
Deadshot... I haven't seen the gameplay, but I have a feeling he's gonna work like the exact same way that Slade does.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, Slade has the whole sword aspect to him.
Yeah.
Like Deadshot's pure gun.
Pure gun. That's a problem in a fighting game, especially since everything is kind of like supposed to be close range. It's supposed to be close to medium. Like Deadshot's advantages was,
but
he had
if
rifles, but he couldn't his guns had a lot of lag and stuff.
Okay, but Alpha Valentine though.
Yeah, but like Alpha Valentine, the thing is, she has a unique aspect of like she has like the aim thing for like long distance, and close up she has like shotgun. She has her like flower kind of awesome thing.
Alpha is like. Everyone's like, okay, Guilty Gear should be the most metal 90s animation, and then you got like this waifu Chan, and it's like, yeah, give me my waifu Chan. That's true. I don't think
just like compared to the way Injustice works.
Yeah, exactly. NetherRealm Studios isn't exactly the most creative motherfuckers. Yeah. Because like Blaze Blue is
creative.
Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear are like, okay, what the fuck are we doing in comparison to like MKX?
Yeah.
Alright, so Automata. So,
Hype.
Did you watch that Steam announcement trailer?
No, I was...
Okay, so you saw my Facebook post though, right? Where I was like, best announcement of the year, 10 out of 10. Here's the thing. With the just watch it with subtitles, because it's Yoko Taro just talking the whole time.
Okay.
The reason why I consider it like the best announcement trailer of the year is because it's not really an announcement trailer. It's just Yoko Taro talking in front of a screen about bullshit. So yeah, I mean, we know now that NieR Automata has a PC release, and that's coming out the same day as PS4. No X-Bone release, surprisingly.
Yeah, fuck you, X-Bone. We want you to die. Please die.
No, so yeah, that's pretty much it. They're talking about like stuff like weapon stories. I don't know if you played like NieR or Drakengard, but weapon stories are a huge part of those games.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know how to describe this, but as you upgrade your weapon, you find out more about the symbolism of the weapon is.
Oh, that's an interesting aspect.
So yeah, it's like you upgrade your. I kind of don't want to get into spoilers, but there's some fucked up shit dealing with like the weapons in like those games. Like, these sisters had to ritually kill themselves with this sword, and now you've got this sword.
Just drop sword immediately. All right.
No, and like when you pick up the sword first, it's like, a sword used by 3 sisters. And then you keep upgrading it, and then you find out the fucked up shit.
Once you upgrade, you're like, oh, can I just revert this? Didn't need to know that.
Well, I mean, the weapon upgrading stuff in NieR and Drake... Well, NieR, I'm thinking of specifically.
Yeah.
Works a lot like a hunting game where it's like collect materials.
I have problems with hunting game upgrades. I just hate the grind of it.
Yeah. And NieR's especially bad because the drop percentages in NieR are fucking terrible.
Alright, fuck that. Completing the game with shitty weapons.
They're also talking about timeline-wise how long it's going to take to beat NieR on the first NieR Automata on the first time.
40 to 50 hours, please.
First, because like NieR originally does take about 25 hours to complete the first run. Because remember, multiple runs.
Okay.
So they're talking about it's going to be about 40 to 50.
That's good.
On this for the first run.
Yep.
So
that does run into the issue of, are you actually going to go through that second run?
Well, I mean, the whole point of these games is that you're supposed to go through that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I can see if they do it well, if they make the gains of going through multiple runs good enough, then it will stand like a long time.
Dude, now that Platinum Games is touching
longevity, like
yeah, because Platinum Games is touching it. Like the combat will actually be decent now. Hey.
So yeah,
And like,
if it's entertaining to go through, the first time, you'll do it again, like guarantee.
so I mean, hopefully, like, because they are saying that they're taking, even though it's a Platinum Games game,
Yep.
they're taking a lot of inspiration from the first NieR.
Okay.
So hopefully they take the good stuff out of it,
Yeah.
and not the shitty
combat.
parts.
Alright.
Because actually, there's one thing about the combat that I really like, which is word equipment. Basically, what it is you. I don't know how to describe this any better, but there's like different words in this universe that have like magical connotations to them.
Okay.
And so it's basically you slot in things onto your weapons and like your abilities.
Yeah.
So like you can slot 10 plus 10 attack.
Oh yeah.
Or even onto like the base stats or whatever.
Yep.
So plus 10 attack, like, or like percentage drops of like.
So orbs, yeah. I know that from. Was that from the original NieR, right?
From the original
Yeah.
NieR.
I know that mechanic from Stellar Glow.
Oh, Stellar Glow does that?
Stellar Glow essentially does that of just you put orbs on your weapon plus 30% attack plus 30% defense or like stats.
But like the stuff is like interesting where it's like, okay, increase your the chances of rare item drops.
Oh yeah, Stellar Glow has that too.
And like you can
stuff
also
like, after killing an enemy increase your stealth.
And also you equip things onto moves as well, so like you can get regen on your dodge.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Whatever.
I love that though, because that makes the game like upgrading, like level up to achieve just like the most overpowered crazy like like weapons and armor, just so you're like absolutely insane in combat.
Yeah,
like, it'll make like actually getting the
in
stuff
terms of the combat, I think NieR is kind of interesting because I think they made the the gameplay difficulty easy on purpose because of how finicky those controls are.
Yeah.
So like, blasting
make it
NieR
all
is
easy.
pretty easy.
Okay.
Let's see, moving right the fuck along. I keep saying it a lot. Tekken 7. So they showed off just a character who, from the old games, Lee Chaolan, who's like, he works under the Mishimas, but he's kind of a dick. And he like runs like all their like side things and that kind of stuff. I don't know. His gameplay seems to be more interesting than in previous Tekkens. I can't really comment on that because I didn't play Tekken 6.
Okay.
But yeah, overall looks good.
Moving along.
So I guess we were talking a lot about Japanese games. So one Japanese game that we're particularly interested in, as you may know,
Yes.
Persona 5.
Hello. Mechanics I've totally seen before and I can't recall what it's from.
Okay,
Anyways.
so Memento's Dungeons. First off,
Those are interesting. I like that.
random dungeons. Just go through them.
Yep.
We've known about these for a while, but like, we now have kind of more of a feel of what they actually are.
I'm not sure. Like they didn't specify. Do they open at random locations or is it in specific locations?
No,
Because I read it's like the dungeon is always changes whenever you go into.
There's you go into the subway, and going into the subway leads you to this place, and the place changes every time.
Okay.
So it's basically a Chalice dungeon from Bloodborne.
All right.
Persona Fusions. Have you looked at this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So we've got like your regular Persona Fusions, but now they decide they're gonna actually expand on like the Mega 10 concept of fusing your demons with guillotines, hanging, electric chair.
Dude, like you thought the style was done. No, we got even style on killing our personas.
Like, cause like everything to do with this game is like all death.
Yeah.
Just add on to that. I mean, we've got. So there's the guillotine, which is guillotine, whatever. I pronounce it guillotine. Fuck you. There's two body guillotine, which is for fusing two personas together, and then the group guillotine for fusing more than two personas
It's
together.
just like so stupid. It's just like the group guillotine. That sounds like some orgy shit. Just cut them up, put them together.
Hanging personas is like sacrificing your.
It's equivalent of sacrificing.
Yeah, it's sacrificing your persona to give their experience to another.
I like the
persona.
touch that they, instead of just saying like, kill your persona and put it in like hanging, it kind of gives just a little more style to
Also,
it.
like, in at least in Persona 4 and Persona 3, like you'd always get like Persona cards, and like they don't really matter that much. It's, like for the minor ones, so it's cool to see like you can just like get rid of them and you really
thank God.
I'm also a very big fan of the electric chair.
The electric chair so you can electrify your personas.
So yeah, you electrify your personas and then they turn into items.
Yep. So I think that's an interesting mechanic that I haven't seen in many games. Because like think about it, not a lot of games do like catch 'em all style things like Pokemon and Digimon and Persona. Yeah. And not only that, but like those games are like really child friendly. They're not gonna have you sacrifice your persona and turn it into a weapon. You know what this fucking like seems like? It's that Rick and Morty episode where it's just like the insects are overpopulating. So it's like I couldn't like keep them all, Rick. Like I had to kill them, and then he had to like kill like some of them, and then he has to like feed the bits back to them. Like, this is what it is.
I like the idea of I sacrifice my Pikachu, turns into a Pikachu sword.
Oh man.
And then we've got send to solitary confinement,
which is essentially like it's just like one of those side kind of. It's like they do it in like MMOs.
It's like
you send out your helper, and then they go do a quest, EXP, give you items, come back.
I was thinking of what do you call it? The Palicos and Monster Hunter, where it's like you send them out to do missions or whatever, and they gain XP.
I think it's a
like it's a way to generate XP like in like RPGs of any kind. If you got like a huge ass party.
Yeah. So I think it's good that it's an interesting thing that they did for personas.
Yeah.
But I think it'll definitely help you leveling up your cast. Because, like, the main issue I had during Persona 4 is just, like, leveling my guys up. It's like, okay, I'll just find the strongest one. So.
Also, in regards to the story, they said originally that Persona 5 was going to be about backpacking around the world. Stardust Crusaders style.
Makes sense from the world map thing we saw.
Yeah. But basically the reason why they didn't was... the Japan earthquakes happened in 2011, and it's like I wanted to do something more serious and close to home. Okay. As a story, so maybe Persona 6 we'll get Stardust Crusaders.
We'll go to America.
Well, we have to go to Egypt. Think about it. Like, there's the pyramid. Like, it makes total sense why.
They'll probably go to South America and visit all those Mayan temple shit.
Oh yeah, keeping with the Persona themes. Yeah. Anyway, so, moving right along. I keep saying that. So the Nioh beta. It's coming out.
It's gonna be Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dark Souls. Well, see, I hate the comparison because Nioh, if you play Nioh, it's not actually.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't actually play
Dark Souls difficulty, DDD.
Yeah, so everyone's like, oh, it's Dark Souls. It isn't. Trust me. It plays a lot closer to Ninja Gaiden, only it's more back and forth. Well, Ninja Gaiden's already pretty hard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hate the comparison. Moving on. So, back in April, they did the demo. They did announce, though, that I will have a chance to get that DLC that I was unable to get.
Yeah. You got another chance.
So, yeah. They've also added a training stage, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we didn't really explain the combat aspects of it particularly well.
Good tutorial.
Yeah.
As much as we hate tutorials, some games need them.
Yep, and they just detailed, I guess, the main dungeon that you're going to be going through, which is
Kubastu?
Something like that. It's the succubus girl in the trailer who's got like the weird tongue.
Yeah, succubus.
So yeah, right. That's her. It's her dungeon that we're going through.
Okay, so I'm just moving along.
So speaking of Koei Tecmo, everything in the Gust Girl Festival is going to be revealed on the 23rd.
That was 2 days from now.
Yeah. Well, it's tomorrow actually.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
And spoilers. I mean, what do you call it?
Oh crap! You know what? I forgot. I needed. Oh no, my laptop's dead. All right, shit. I need to go and finish that
survey.
Finish survey.
Okay, no, but real talk. that was what the story was going to be as of 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Or not 3 hours ago, like 5 hours ago.
Have they revealed
So,
stuff?
there was a Famitsu leak by mistake where someone took a picture of what it's actually going to be.
Oh,
so
God.
one of those things, because one of them was going to be revealed in Famitsu, the other was going to be revealed in Dengeki.
Okay.
So the Famitsu reveal is what we kind of expected from watching the first thing that they showed off, which was Shiro Yuri, which is now confirmed to be Yoru no Naikuni 2. Bride of the Blood Red Moon.
Yeah.
No, Bride of the White Blood Moon or something like that.
I'm glad You're an Aino Kuni got a sequel.
We're not calling it its actual name, but whatever.
We're not calling that bullshit name, shitty name.
Yeah, so now we know. We now know that Yoru no Naikuni is getting a sequel. We both haven't gotten around to it, but I think
I will get it once I get a PS4. I'm not getting the Vita version. Like
you can't get the Vita version.
Yeah, sorry, I can't even get it. It's not even here. But anyways, once I get a PS4, I'm gonna get a lot of shit.
I mean, I love the tone of Yoru no Naikuni, where it's like, I wouldn't call it dark, but it's somber. Like
it's kind of like this isn't like an actual tone, but think of like, sorry, no, that's wrong. What is the town called?
The tone reminds me kind of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say like Twilight Town and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that quite fits it.
Kind of.
It's not hitting the nail on the head. It's just kind of hitting the hammer on the wood. Just that's what I'm getting. So
yeah, we know one of them, and we'll know the second one tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. It's a dating sim where you get all the Gust girl characters and you put them in an idol dance festival. So
speaking of idol dance festivals, we gotta talk to the idol master himself, Katsuhiro Harada.
Huda.
So Harada has been talking about why localizing Summer Lesson will be difficult.
I wonder. It's totally not because of all the censorship laws we got here.
Well, I mean, the main thing is, okay, first of all, the main reason he's citing is lip sync is going to be weird for this game because it's in VR.
Okay, that is an appropriate reason.
So if they're because of the nature of the game being like, oh, you're teaching this girl English.
Yes. Teach, like, what are you gonna do in the reverse?
Yeah.
Teach the girl Japanese.
Yeah. So the lip sync is gonna be kind of off, and he's also not sure of like how the Western market is gonna react to this.
Dude, the Western market would like the internet would love it, but like just the outside real market,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean, that's where I think the solution is just package this with Tekken 7.
Yeah.
So you have to get the summer lesson.
That would be an incentive.
So speaking of VR, Gundam VR is happening.
It's
in an arcade in Japan. Fuck.
I feel like this is kind of like the Sword Art Online IBN VR. I think it's general interest rally of they're gonna put it up and see how many people are gonna be interested in a Gundam VR game. Because
Bandai Namco has this whole VR, like a literal VR section of a mall dedicated to VR, and they do have a mobile suit-esque mecha thing in there.
Yeah.
But it's not Gundam branded. So, I mean, just attaching the Gundam name to something will get people to show up.
Yeah.
And this seems more like a, I would call it like an amusement park roller coaster. Like,
yes, you know, it's one of those like...
like, you know how it's more just like you're reacting to things and not actually playing it? It's one of those.
That's one of those, yeah.
Speaking of, I guess, old school anime, Kiki's Delivery Service is getting a musical.
In Paris.
Yeah. Well, London.
London. I don't want to travel to Europe for that.
I mean, it's like striking while the iron's hot. I mean, yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service. Now's the time to bring it back.
That is just... kind of straight, but okay.
Admittedly, Kiki's Delivery Service is one of the few Ghibli films I never actually saw.
Yeah, but it's a very notable one.
Yeah, because like the ones I saw were what were they? Castle in the Sky, Nazca Valley in the Wind. What's it called? Wind Rises. I feel like Totoro, Mononoke, and Howl's Moving Castle. So yeah, I'm literally
you
just
said
being.
Howl's Moving Castle, and you forgot Spirited Away.
No, oh yeah, I've seen Howl's Moving Castle, but I haven't seen Spirit Away.
What?
And I haven't seen. Well, actually no.
Out! You haven't seen Spirited Away?
Hold on, I might have.
Bullshit! That is like the number one Ghibli film you don't miss.
I mean, I don't know. I really like Lapida and Mononoke.
But you don't miss Spirited Away.
All right.
Shit, we're gonna have to watch Spirited Away.
I might have seen it when I was younger.
Yes,
like
I saw it when I was young, and I still.
The one that sticks with you the most is Mononoke. But yeah, I've never seen Kiki's Delivery Service. I haven't
this. Either.
Or Ponyo.
I don't. I just don't feel it to watch Ponyo. I want to watch the Small World of Arietti. Something.
Oh yeah, that one just came out, didn't it? Because I remember
it came out a while ago.
What?
But like, it's not an old one.
Because I'm thinking 2013-ish.
Yes, came out a few years ago. I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, this is a good life of Arietti.
Speaking of music, I mean, Eir Aoi is going on hiatus due to her worsening health condition. Eir Aoi. I'm fucking Japanese. She's best known for, I don't know, she did Kill la Kill opening 1.
She did.
And Sandika.
She did, as everybody knows, Ignite from SAO Season 2.
She did the endings for Arslan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, she's pretty well known, but like, it kind of sucks that she's going on hiatus. Hopefully we don't get a Boom Boom Satellite situation where it takes a turn for the worse.
Oh god.
Hopefully,
yeah. Jeez, it would suck
because like she does.
If we never got any more Eir Aoi anime openings, I'd be pretty sad.
Because like my favorite thing about Kill la Kill was freaking Sandvika in episode 3. Yeah, it's so good.
Right.
Speaking of production of things,
okay,
that's very
that doesn't work. But
speaking of, hold on, I feel like I can do a connection here. No, I can't. So yeah, whatever. No good transition. Writers have been chosen for the Detective Pikachu movie,
and they're good writers. Like we kind of
good writers wasted on a project.
We just had a small talk, just like, hey, what do you think of the writers? Just like wasted. Just why are we getting these guys to do this movie? Yeah, because like okay, so it's Nicole Perlman and what's his name, Alex Tush. I don't know how to pronounce that. Who knows?
Yeah, so they're known. Nicole Perlman is, of course, known for Guardians of the Galaxy, and Tush is known for what's it called? Gravity Falls. So I mean, yeah.
Hirsch. You're right.
It just feels like,
come on, we could have why this movie?
Yeah, like fucking anything. Like anything could have been better.
Yeah. What were they thinking in accepting this? Like, I understand Alex Hirsch because he did Gravity Falls, so it's something like Pokemon would have been.
Yeah, it's very childlike.
Yeah. Just like Nicole Perlman and it's like
I bet they'll be able to nail the tone. I just don't like the idea of the movie.
Yeah. Just like come on.
Sure, the movie will be fine, but fucking whatever.
Like, come on, you could have done something.
At least they're not doing a Pokemon Go movie.
Oh, God.
That was also on the table.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus, good. Thank God that. I hope it dies in a fire. Jesus.
Interesting fact about Pokemon Go I didn't know. The character designs were done by Yusuke Kazaki.
Who does?
He's best known for No More Heroes and Fire Emblem Awakening.
Huh. Okay, so.
Yeah, and Under the Dog.
Oh dear.
Well, I mean, his
character
designs are kick-ass.
Are kick-ass. Under the Dog.
Fucking I love Travis Touchdown and Henry Cooldown's character designs because like it's just red leather jacket and like anime t-shirt, and Henry Cooldown is just like I I hate Kylo Ren's stupid sword. I love Henry Cooldown's stupid sword because in the context of the universe it makes sense. Where it's like, oh, dumb anime shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And I guess the last thing. Wait, last thing? No,
Yes.
not the last thing because one thing just happened yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Or sorry, this morning.
Okay.
Genrobuchi presents Godzilla. Hot off the
anime.
Hot off the heels of Hideaki Anno's Godzilla, which apparently is doing gangbusters in Japan.
Okay.
Genrobuchi announced that he's working with Polygon Pictures to do a new Godzilla thing.
It's like, I think we talked about it a while ago when it was first announced. They were just like, it's pretty surprising they haven't done a Godzilla anime before.
They've done cartoons, which
Yes.
are pretty terrible.
Yeah, not anime.
Yeah. Polygon Pictures is, of course, known for Knights of Sidonia and all of the Netflix original anime. In addition to Transformers Prime, seasons 2 to 3 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and
shit.
What's it called? Transformers Robots in Disguise, the new one.
So you've got some good animators.
I mean, Robots in Disguise is nothing to write home about.
Okay, yeah.
Transformers Prime, though.
Transformers Prime, Star Wars, those were both really well animated. But were those 3D animations?
Yeah, they're all 3D. Same with Knights of Sidonia. I mean, it's
Yes.
to
So,
what-
wait, so is Godzilla gonna be a 3D anime?
I
movie?
presume so.
All right.
And
I wonder how that'll look.
I'm kind of curious to see what, I guess the other staff attached are.
Yep.
Because
Who's doing the music? Gotta know.
watch it to hear Yukisawa.
Of course. Dude, I actually really want that now. I just want fucking something like Alias just playing while Godzilla wrecks shit.
Okay, see, here's the thing with Godzilla is that I feel like Godzilla is 90% ambiance. You don't really need a good soundtrack for a Godzilla movie. But I mean, if you get Teruki Sawano, I'm not complaining. Alright, and the last thing, breaking news, hot off the press this morning.
Hot off the internet.
The Cygames developer conference thing that they did.
Yes.
So basically what this is they're talking about what the future of Cygames is. Of course, they're known for what you're playing a game that they
they're particularly known for their mobile games. Their most popular is Rage of Bahamut in Japan.
Right. They did do Rage of Bahamut.
Yeah.
Grand Blue Fantasy as well, which
Fantasy,
they showed off the anime for at this conference.
Yep. So,
and what was the other one? Shadowverse, you call it?
Shadowverse is the import of one of their other mobile card games.
Right. Okay, so let me just pull this up.
Anyways, Cygames got money.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the first thing. First thing they announced is Grand Blue Fantasy Project Relink. Co-developed by Platinum Games.
Oh shit!
It's a character action game set in the Grand Blue Fantasy universe.
Dude, that is every fan's wet dream of just getting your favorite series, anything, and then just having it done by Platinum Games.
So, to contextualize my argument with Alish, I posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, Platinum Games should just let everyone do anything forever for now. Because, they're basically in everyone's back pocket. So, that's not the only Platinum Games project they announced.
Oh shit, what else are they doing?
They announced Project Lost Order, a real-time tactics RPG.
Okay.
Developed with music by Nobuo Uematsu.
Who's he again?
Dun 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 Sephiroth.
Oh, okay.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Small mind.
So yeah, the main Final Fantasy composer
guy.
is on this. It's directed by the director of FF12, which I mean, love it or hate it. Character designs by Akihiro Yoshida.
Hey.
Who is Final Fantasy 11 and NieR Automata fame.
Oh yeah. Well, that's actually kind of small resume. Or is that just what he's well known
That's
for?
what he's well known for.
Okay.
And yeah, it's co-developed also by Platinum Games. So I mean,
just fucking Platinum Games. What the fuck?
Yeah, Platinum Games, freaking everywhere, forever and ever.
They are in your pockets.
So yeah, they showed off the Grand Blue Fantasy anime, which I mean looks okay. I mean, nothing to write home about.
I don't think like video game turned anime are ever something to write. No, not even Tales of Zestiria the X, because like that hasn't finished yet, and I still think
I haven't
it's
even touched
overhyped.
it.
I still think it's overhyped.
Oh, you
Like,
think it's overhyped? As a
I
Tales
just,
fan,
like-
you probably have like.
like, just. Yeah, sure. Like the animation studio did Fate, but just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it's the song. From what I heard, it's like not bad, but I don't think it'll ever be like Fate. I don't think people will ever go think back years and say, "Yeah, you should watch Tales of Zestiria." No.
Well, I mean, for the longest time, Fate Zero was. Fate Stay Night was a joke in the anime community.
True.
Speaking of anime, Side Games announced Project Princess Connect Redive, an upcoming anime
that fucking
RPG
game.
for smartphones.
I'm ready for my waifu simulator.
Yeah, it looks like maids and princesses everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's
Dude,
if that's your
Japan
thing,
definitely needs more mobile waifu simulators. Definitely, just not enough.
not enough. Just keep checking them out. And the last thing that they announced, it's called Project Awakening, and it's the whole trailer is just a girl falling through like a well animated world, and it's like
So, Alice in Wonderland.
well, I shouldn't say a girl, a woman. She
Alice in Wonderland.
I guess. I mean, like, it's nothing to write home about because we don't know anything about it. She honestly looks like a Valkyrie profile character, and
okay.
I bet the character designs are by those people.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to write home about. It's just like cool world, cool things we don't know enough about.
We don't really know.
But I mean, Platinum Games.
That's such a... Wow.
Also, I should probably mention that the Grand Blue Fantasy Project Relink is, it's all cell shaded.
Oh, yes.
So
That's gonna be great.
And
dude, that's kind of like... That's almost like Gravity Rush. The kind of way, like, Gravity Rush isn't cell shaded, but I kind of just think of, like, I still like that stuff.
I'll show you, come around, I'll show you what it actually looks like, because,
Okay.
like, I'm going to turn off the volume here, but,
Yeah, I just want to see what it looks like.
let me fast forward in the trailer,
Blah, blah, blah,
blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it kind of looks like that, and this works really well for audio.
It looks
but-
like... Oh, shit, that's actually...
It reminds me a lot of Valkyria Chronicles, is like cell shading kind of look.
Yep, but this seems... It seems like you took a, You took something like Terra, like a...
Sorry.
Like an anime looking...
God damn it.
You look like it... It looks like an anime MMORPG.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. So...
But like freaking Platinum Games everywhere.
Dude, yeah.
Like, if they didn't have enough on their plate, like hopefully maybe some way down the line.
I really wonder, like, if this is something, because like we've talked about in the original thing about Platinum Games doing their games and stuff, they only take like jobs that they're interested in.
Yeah.
So it's like they really took an interest in Grand Blue Fantasy here.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say who gives a shit about Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this is like Platinum Games making steps to own their own IP.
Yeah.
Like, cause Side Games isn't a particularly big studio.
No.
Like their claims to fame are, as you said, Rage of Bahamut and
mobile.
Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the actual back workings of this deal are.
I wonder. Wonder too. Platinum Games, what you doing?
All right, so I think we're gonna cut to break now, and we'll be back with the after time pitch.
Settle transition.
Dual pistols are
In like,
just in everything.
well, I mean, I like them for style factor, like Dante and like Slade Wilson
Okay, yeah.
and Deadpool and like all those characters all use like
I
dual.
think you have to have a certain persona if you're gonna dual wield pistols.
Yeah, it's the jackass persona. Because only idiots do that.
Only super cool dudes or idiots or sociopaths do with pistols.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're back. You can probably guess what we're doing. It's called the active time pitch, where we just randomly come up with bullshit.
We prove our bullshit powers. This is on a resume, right?
Yep. So first off,
Yeah.
Kiki's delivery service is getting a musical. So.
Wait, a musical? I thought it was just a live action stage play. Oh yeah, sorry, it was a musical. I'm an idiot.
So.
What?
Pitch your anime musical and think of a song title for at least one of the songs.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is the work of an NA
Oh man, I wanted JoJo. How would you do that though?
Dude, they would totally just be people dancing around, and you just have like all the people with stands, just like strange guys dressed in suits. And they would just be like harnessed above like ghosts. But what you would do was just have them behind, and so when they call upon their stand, they just levitate it from behind, just like and it would just be incorporated.
I like the idea of it. Do you know what Avenue Q is?
No.
Avenue Q is like a Sesame Street style musical, except everything's like dirty.
Okay.
Like I imagine like everything's puppets, and then like you can pull out another puppet. I think that would be amazing. Sorry, I just like the idea of the whole Italian restaurant thing in part 4, where that's an entire musical.
Yeah, the entire just restaurant part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Also, you could do like interesting things, like you know how they have like Jersey Boys, which is all the music, or like Frankie Valli, and like
Yes.
We Will Rock You is all the music of Queen. Like you could just take like all the musical names of like all the stands.
Yeah.
So like.
Those are the stands. That's it. In the musical, like the stands are
So-
all the dance numbers.
So like the music, yeah, exactly. So like Bad Company, you actually play a song. Like Aerosmith, you actually play an Aerosmith song.
Yeah.
Killer Queen, you just play Killer Queen, or Bites the Dust or whatever.
That would be great. Dude, no, because the thing is, it'll literally turn like band rival battles, where instead of like the stands fighting each other, they'll just play their music.
Yeah. Oh, there's a stand. Red Hot Chili Peppers in part 4
Yeah.
is the main guy is like this psychopath who loves to play the guitar.
Yeah.
All
right.
hold on, I haven't actually come up with one.
Okay.
Just because I like to see the spectacle of it, and I feel like it could work really well. Legend of the Galactic Heroes as a musical.
Space opera.
Yeah, space opera, the musical.
Yeah.
And as for a song, I would want a song just like exalting what's his name, Kaiser. Spoilers. Kaiser Reinhard von Lohengrin. Just like, oh, Kaiser, you're so great. And that's the whole song.
Just praising it. Nice.
Because that's the character. The character is just, praise me, I'm such a badass, Char Aznable type.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting fact, I didn't know this. Legend of the Galactic Heroes and Arslan have the same writer, and they both have character designs by Amano of Final Fantasy fame.
Yeah.
I never actually knew that before, like a couple of days ago. And the second thing, because you've been wanting to talk about this for a while,
Yeah.
but like we've never had an opportunity.
What is this?
So Gundam VR is happening in an arcade in Japan.
Okay.
Picture just ideal VR project. It
Oh,
can be
shit.
anything.
Ideal VR project. There's a lot of good things to choose from. Like, there really is. But
So
just
I
like
have an idea.
I'm struggling because the thing is, I'm like I think I'm limiting myself a little here. Of just like what I see of VR now.
Yeah.
Like, should I be thinking?
It,
of just,
it doesn't have to be limited to like a console or a PC or anything. It can be
No,
just.
can we literally just like think of like Nerve Gear level shit here, or should we like actually kind of confine to like
No, anything goes.
anything goes?
Because my idea is interesting.
Okay.
Because, okay, for context, a couple days ago, and this is just me just remembering this, and I don't remember the exact specifics.
Yeah.
In Utah, Utah or Ohio, one of those two states. I don't know my American states particularly well. They're opening up a VR theme park thing, which is essentially a laser tag, but you've got vibes strapped to your head, and basically what it is you're walking through a maze, but in the maze, what's actually in the VR headset, you're walking through like a sci-fi spaceship, and it's all horror themed.
Oh, that's sick.
So like you have to shoot at the alien monsters, and then like the actual place is modeled around it. So like you're touching like a lock code password thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And in real life, but like in real life, it's just like a clay cutout thing.
Yeah.
And like you go in with two people also.
That's pretty neat.
So it's like co-op zombie
neat.
fighting thing. So my idea involves JoJo, and it's the same. It's a similar concept where you're walking around.
Yeah.
But instead of like the guns, you've got like vibe motion sensors strapped to your hands.
Okay.
So you can do like your punches and whatever.
Alright.
And like you have to like fight like Dio or something like that. Or like there's murders going on in Moriocho.
I wanted to just be, they also have a voice sensor. So like when you're facing Dio, it's just like the louder you shout your version of ora, like that is showing you your powers.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know.
Okay, for me, for a multiplayer, if you're talking about like a laser tag, for me it'd be VR Star Wars. Like that would just be the coolest shit ever. Seeing it like just Battlefront, just the idea of like many people facing off with lasers is really cool. So if they were to do it, it would literally just be like laser tag. You got like sensors all over your body to like account for like damage and shit, and then you have the kind of like the Wii shit or just any of the gun sensors.
Yeah.
And then they just like put on like the face mask he talked about, and that would just like change your view to one of the scenes in it.
Yeah.
And then you would just have like a fun laser battle. That's kind of like temporary. For like a single player experience, you're talking about like the horror stuff. I was thinking like a Metroid version would seem really cool.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Sorry, you just gave me an interesting thought. What if because I was thinking purely single player.
Yeah.
What about like I don't know, doing like a how to describe this? Like Freedom Wars, like doing a grappling hook thing. You're strapped into like a rock climbing thing, like a harness.
You can just like run the walls.
And then run up the walls and that kind of stuff.
That'd be cool.
Or
dude, you'd actually get like so nauseated after. Like once you took it off, just like all the movement and the vision take you like.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be pretty hard to actually do. Alternatively, I was thinking like maybe because of like just what I've been watching recently, like a 91 Days style like co-op thing where it's like you have to take out a target.
Yeah, okay, you know the game Town of Salem?
It sounds familiar. You're gonna have to.
Okay, it's kind of like your village, and there's a bunch of roles. There's like so there's like the Godfather, and then like the Joker has to like get suspected, so people kill him, but like that's his goal is to die,
right?
Or like so that the Godfather wins and isn't suspected. And then there's like the detective, and then there's like neutrals, and
so do that in real life.
So like do that in like VR, like your 91 Days style. Just like you just have certain roles, so only certain people have guns. But then like at certain times, like during it, after a couple while, then everybody kind of has to like go away and think about okay, who's gonna betray my family instead, and then like the murders can just like come in and march.
Okay, sorry, I'm just remembering something. So it's not VR, it's I guess an ARG is what you'd call it, but it's an ARG
VR.
walking simulator.
Yeah.
So it's called something Don't Sleep. I think it's just called Don't Sleep, and basically it happened in New York, and basically what it is it tells you a story But everyone in this story, like you walk into this room, like they take about 30 people, or no, not 30, 100 people, and there's like 30 actors, and like it's technically a play.
Yeah.
But basically, what it is you only get parts of the play.
All right.
So you have to follow around these characters the whole time.
Yeah.
As they all perform out their dialogues and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like for example, like a person will run into each other, and then like these two parties will run into each other. Something will happen, then they both run off in different directions, and you have to choose which guy to follow. And there's like 30 different actors, and then the play ends, and then you go for a loop 2, like in NieR.
Yeah.
Only like in NieR, not everything stays the same.
Oh god.
And like you can also like take a break, because the whole setup is that it takes place like in this sleepy like noir town.
Okay.
And there's a bar there, and you can like take drinks at the bar.
Nice.
That kind of stuff. It reminded me of that. I believe the same theater company did a thing for Resistance 3 in the UK. When Resistance 3 was launching, they had like a ARG simulated experience thing where you have to be like a survivor.
Okay.
And they have to protect you and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So like yeah, it's very interesting to see the weird ways that people have come up with like I guess games for lack of a better word. I think a lot of this was like this kind of genre was sparked by like stuff like 999, 9 doors, 9 persons.
Yeah.
Cause like after that game came out, like that's when we started seeing like what would you call it? Escape rooms? Because Kotaro Uchikoshi basically pioneered the concept of an escape room. It's just interesting to see the way that people are like doing augmented reality.
Yeah, I do love. I think I'm actually like much more interested in the ARG, kind of like the future of ARG more than VR, just because like since ARG isn't like real life,
yeah,
it is already much more immersive than what VR we have now.
I think,
and the thing is like VRs are focused. Sorry, like not to cut you off, but
yeah,
like
go.
VRs are very like feel very game intensive, where it's like shoot the zombies, run from the monster.
Well, that's because no one's doing anything interesting with VR.
Yes, that's saying there's nothing interesting happening with VR. While like ARGs, it's like not they rarely do like crazy monster stuff. It's like the room escapes or just like solve the puzzles and mysteries stuff.
I genuinely want, like, talking about Gundam and that kind of stuff, I genuinely want that. Like, yeah. And like we're kind of getting there with the rigs, but not really.
Not really.
But I would want like a hybrid ARG VR thing where kind of like how in, like we were just talking about like that sci-fi game, because that's a blend of ARG and VR, to be fair. Because it's got the whole ARG thing of you're actually physically doing stuff.
Yes.
And the VR is just the sci-fi elements and like the monster.
You know what I would like really like, since we're on this? It would be this awesome combination of the ARG and VR for Gundam of they would do like augmented reality. They would have an entire facility for like celestial being. You would just be in the ship. Everybody would dress up in shit. And then they're just like, oh, okay, there's like trouble. You got to go down and fight. So what they do is like they put you in a sort of kind of like the like Avatar, kind of like canister. What was it? It's just like like the fucking like tanning machine.
Oh yeah.
That thing is like you just put that in, and then you put your VR in there, and then it would be like a roller coaster thing where just like move and shift in your VR, and then that would you be like piloting the Gundam. And
they do have things like that in Japan that just like they're shoddy and make. Like I want a good version.
I know, just like a really good high budget version of that, where you and like 4 people just all link up together as celestial being and like do shit.
Okay, do you remember in this one scene in Gundam Thunderbolt that's first person, where it's the Zeon soldier and
and he's shooting
they're shooting the Gundam, and it's just like, I want that. Like, the Gundam is like an insane superpowered thing, and you're fighting for your life against this thing, and
that would be cool.
And you have to ultimately lose. Like, just do the whole Gundam Thunderbolt sequence.
Gundam VR is gonna be the cool shit.
I feel like, see, no one understands my love of mecha, and like, I like talking to just general anime people. Like, no, everyone's like, oh, Gundam.
Oh yes, that mecha genre.
Like, yeah, the mecha genre. Everyone thinks it's just so dense to penetrate, but really, it isn't. It's just, do you like cool robots? Fucking done. I don't understand anime people.
It's easier than you think.
Gundam, it's easy. That just reminded me of like the Char Toyota commercials, where it's a red colored Zaku. It's a red colored Camry or whatever. Yeah. And Char's like, oh, this Camry goes 3 times faster.
That's good.
And instead of the Toyota logo on that Camry, it's the Xeon. Because those logos actually do kind of look similar. And the 7-Eleven Ava unit car.
No, yeah.
Japanese advertising is so amazing. Like the stupid collaborations and shit. I'm surprised. Okay, completely. Well, still kind of on topic. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten a bunch of Sword Art Online bullshit collaborations, like the Sword Art Online cross Call of Duty animated OVA.
Wait, we have that?
No, I'm saying I'm surprised we haven't gotten like. Because you know the way Japanese cross-promotion works. It's bullshit. Like, I'm surprised we haven't got, like...
I just don't think there's enough of an audience over here. Like, as much as, like, a... Like,
okay, I don't mean, like, Call of Duty. But I mean, like, just in general.
But, like, as much as a craze it is, like... I don't think that's just, like...
Because I feel like...
Because, like, there's, like, all of SAO is, like, owned by Reki Kawahara. And... he's made a couple of games for them that he's written all the stuff for it. Like, they're bad, okay. Like, thinking of just getting some cross thing, I think the thing is we have to go through Reki Kawahara with us. And as we know, because there was that one scene in the original genre, Reki Kawahara probably does not have the same fondliness for Western people as...
Oh yeah, I was gonna say though, like, whatever, like, just like cross promotion with Gundam, because that concept is so marketable, like, so online, where it's like, oh, Kirito got trapped in the Gundam world, ooh.
Kill me now.
Kirito got trapped in freaking Attack on Titan world, No. Kirito got trapped in One Punch Man world,
Oh, finally, yes, he can die, alright. There's one thing in this world I am sure that they will not fuck up. It is One Punch Man killing Kirito.
No,
wait, they'll just make them an alliance. Fuck.
No, Kirito has to win though. He's the OP Mary Sue.
He's plot. Dude, like, honestly, I want to see that happen. Like, do you know how much, like, fucking fan bases colliding, internet exploding, universes just killing each other?
Kirito, Sword Art Online cross the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
just Kirito, like, fighting One Punch Man, and, like, even if he, like, didn't win, if he just, like, tied, people would call that the biggest bullshit ever.
Kirito jumps into the DC Cinematic Universe.
Cinematic Universe. Kirito
he can be shitty with them forever and ever.
Kirito jumps into Suicide Squad. DC Comics.
But Kirito's so nice, he couldn't possibly be in the Suicide Squad.
No, because he
got arrested on incest charges.
Pedophilia charges. Dude, you don't even realize it, but Kirito's a giant criminal.
He's staring at Sinan's ass too much of the time.
Okay, you know, on the topic,
we're so off topic right now, it doesn't even matter.
You know, okay, you haven't seen The Last Bastion, which is the new Overwatch animation?
Kirito cross Overwatch, go!
Oh god, okay, so, like, you haven't watched, like, the new cinematic, which is called, like, The Last Bastion, and that robot has PTSD, like, people make fun, it's like, yo, Bastion's got non-flashbacks, like literally, he's just got these non-flashbacks.
Back in my day, during the war.
economic crisis, and he was like part of that. So he's got these stupid war flashbacks to like fucking Bastion living it with Nom. So like
Kirito is in Nom. You didn't even know.
See, like just Bastion is now seen on because he's got the equivalents of the PTSD, and now that's the setup. And so it's Kirito staring at Bastion's ass, and now we have season 2.5 of GGO.
No, it's just freaking Kirito back in Nom. He's as he smokes like a cigarette.
No, not even a cigarette. He's like smoking a cigarette in virtual reality. It's just
no, it's just like in the real world. It's just like a Pocky or something. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Nom. Big boss. Well, Konami's already a sub, so I mean, hey! Sword Art Cross. Metal Gear.
This kid, like... That's
Kirito,
that's
I'm already a
demon.
demon.
Rising Revengeance.
No.
That's Kirito fucking slaying robots with sword.
No, Kirito's like to Kaz, I'm already a demon.
That's so like teenage angst. That's so emo. I'm the demon. I am the danger.
Kirito rubbing the ashes all over his face.
Oh Jesus.
No, cut to the real world. It's just him just rubbing his face.
Rubbing his face with his semen. Oh god.
Rubbing his face. No, he's just motorboating Suga. It's like, Kaz, I'm already a demon.
Cross Idolmaster. Just Sora Online Cross Idolmaster. You got your way.
No.
Idolmaster.
No, he just bangs all the. He's what's his name? Producer Chen. He's Producer Chen. And I want Kirito just actually up there dancing with the idols.
No, please.
No, please.
No, kill me.
No, because Sword Online is already a farce.
Oh, okay.
Push it to the next level.
We all know how much I absolutely love Persona Dancing All Night.
Kirito Cross Love Live. Go. He's
There's not even a producer chat, it's just Yuri romance in that.
Kirito.
Shit, no, that's it. They take the one genre that's Yuri, and then they force Kirito to have a love horror with that. Like, that's exactly what it is.
Kirito Cross.
Romances you don't need and never had, and then you force Kirito into it.
Kirito Cross Elder Scrolls.
Dude, Kirito Cross Ori Emo.
You mean Sword Online?
It crosses back into itself.
Showa Genroku Rakugo Online Simulator. Just Kirito sitting.
No, this is turning just turn into Blue Exorcist. Well, they'll make the stories and then they just like summon shit from it.
Kirito Cross JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, go.
His stand is called Dual Wield, and it's just it's just Avatar stand, and all is just virtual. It's all his virtual reality avatars are his stands. That's.
And I feel like what's his name? Kayama should be the Dio of the arc. Kayama.
And then like we never finished, but we all know of the Asada moment, right? Asada.
Oh no, I finished that. Asada.
Okay, yeah, that would be the Mudam. It just be Asada. Just rate it. All right.
Yeah, we did.
End this on a to be continued note.
I don't know. We need to do our outros first. Actually, hold on. So, podcast death date. So, I think it'll be September the 3rd.
All right.
September the 3rd. I can confirm this now.
Gonna have to like finish up everything and just expose. We should do something special on that one.
Just invite Eugene and G-Sang back.
It would just be it should just be the biggest spoiler cast, and it would just be like the worst best episode where we'll just launch opinions, like, and they'll be like shit and awful. We'll just like criticize.
No, I want to
just based like that.
No, I want to do the okay. Well, no, I'll talk about this idea.
We'll just like say the biggest controversial things.
No, I want to talk about this idea off the podcast because I've got a good idea.
All
right, so
that's our cast for today.
So this has been Aaron. Oh wait, what do I say? Signing off.
To be continued.
No, signing off. And then this is Colin logging out.
Logging continued.
On.
Just end it there.
I'm trying to workshop this. God damn it! I'm gonna kill you.